But again, Leonard is standing flat-footed, Tim, and he's able to deliver the harder punches if, in fact, he does throw them. And you know, Tim, you mentioned Davey Pearl. He's doing a great job as a referee. A good referee is a guy that you very seldom see. There's that big right hand by Leonard. He can throw those big punches. But Pearl is doing an excellent job in this fight.
I think we've only had one clinch into this 10th round.
I don't know why Ray Leonard is so reluctant to get off, as we say in the boxing business. He just isn't getting off. He gets up to the mark, and then he doesn't let the punch go. You can just see him stop when he gets up to the mark.
Somewhat tentative 10th round for both boxers, but Hearns a little more effective from long range. That has to be a confidence builder for Tommy Hearns, Gil, because he won the 9th round rather easily against a very unaggressive Ray Leonard. And here in the 10th round just completed, a similar look, and it just seems to me that Tommy Hearns standing a little taller, feeling a little better about his performance. Can Ray Leonard perhaps be getting a little tired? 2 quiet rounds in a row for Sugar Ray. Hearns ahead by 3. Chuck Minker has Hearns ahead by 4, and Dwayne Ford has him ahead by 2.
Tim, the way they have it scored now, Sugar Ray Leonard is going to have to win 4 out of the last 5 rounds just to get a draw, unless, of course, there's a 2-point round. He's dug himself a hole. He's going to have to try to get out of it.
Round number 11 upcoming. Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard. The undisputed welterweight championship at stake. And Leonard comes out with a right-hand lead. See whether he changes his style from the last couple of rounds. Hearns in command through the first 5. Leonard wobbled Hearns in round 6, took the advantage all the way through the 8th, and then let Hearns back into it.
You know, Tim, I used to teach my fighters when the other fighter's back was on the ropes, throw a punch, throw it at his body. You're going to hit something, he can't get out of the way, then you get your combinations off. But Ray, for some reason or other, is stalking. Tommy went on the ropes. He still didn't get off with a punch.
All of the fight here in the last 5 rounds. Tommy Hearns ahead on the judges' scorecards, lands a good right hand.
Nice combination. He's putting his punches together.
Renewed sense of purpose evident from Tommy Hearns. 2 easy rounds in a row, and he really looks a lot more confident.
And Ray just seems puzzled. He just doesn't seem to have Tommy Hearns figured out again. Now Tommy is the aggressor. He's back to being the Tommy Hearns that he was early in the fight. He's doing the stalking. It's switched around again. You know,
right hand landed by Hearns.
Tim, Hearns was there's a good left hook to the body by Hearns. But he was so successful, he won those rounds boxing. Now he's back bombing again.
And he just scored another good combination. Leonard staying right there, but not firing back. There's a left landed by Leonard, but right back comes Hearns with a combination.
You know, Tim, a lot of times a fighter will hurt another fighter with one big punch, and he looks to throw that punch, the entire rest of the fight winds up losing the fight. That's what it looks like Ray Leonard is doing. Just looking for that one punch.
Good right hand lead by Hearns.
And a left hook behind it. Those were 2 very effective punches.
Hearns in command here in the final 20 seconds of round number 11.
Fighting with confidence, Tim, Tommy Hearns.
Another good round for Hearns as he has taken these last several rounds away from Sugar Ray Leonard. Manny Stewart got to be a little more pleased with the way things are going.
Right hand up, I better tell you, so I'll right hand up.
You know, they're really worried about Sugar Ray Leonard's left hook, Tim. That's why he's telling him to keep that right hand up. And there he's winging that right hand and landing a pretty good right hand on Leonard's chin. But you see when he jabs, again, there was that right hand down. He's not paying attention to Manny Stewart. You know, Tommy Hearns is a great offensive fighter, but sometimes he forgets about defense. You know, you can't admire your work, Tim. You have to worry about getting nailed at all times. You have to keep those hands up.
Gil, you can hear some of the crowd in the background chanting, Tommy, Tommy, Tommy. Obviously fans from Detroit, and Hearns reacting to it. He is invigorated by the support he's getting, and by the way this fight is going in the later rounds. In round number 12, Sugar Ray Leonard will need to win all 4 remaining rounds just to get a draw. Unless, of course, he should have a 2-point round or a knockout. A somewhat listless attack by Leonard the last few rounds, enabling Hearns to maintain his lead. He's never been behind in the bout on the judges' scorecards.
And now you notice, Tim, that Tommy Hearns is standing right in front of Sugar Ray Leonard. No more boxing, no more moving around. He's stalking Leonard again. And Leonard looks like he's trying to figure out a puzzle. There's that good right hand to the body by Tommy Hearns. I like that as a setup punch. There it is again. And Ray looks like he's trying to figure something out. Can't let those hands go. Gives ground, back against the ropes.
I don't imagine Tommy Hearns was counting on a knockout of Sugar Ray Leonard, although he's got 30 in his 32 victories. He's been 10 rounds 3 times in his career and 13 rounds against Randy Shields in April of this year. But here he is into the 12th against Sugar Ray Leonard.
And Ray's left eye is looking more angry now, Tim, than at any time in the fight.
And there's some swelling under the right eye as well. Now Leonard finally gets through and lands an overhand right. Almost jumping in with that punch. Leonard has got to make something happen if he's got any chance to win this bout. He's got to win each round convincingly.
Well, it's amazing how he's changed his style completely, Tim. He's been 3 different fighters. The early part of the fight, he was side to side, and then he was the aggressor that was bombing and throwing punches. Now he's just the aggressor that's not throwing punches. 3 different Ray Leonards in one fight.
Meanwhile, Hearns using that jab very effectively here in the 12th.
Well, Ray is jabbing a little better now, Tim, trying to set up another big punch. But you notice he's not bending and throwing that jab now. His weight is over his feet where it belongs. That was a good right hand to the body by Leonard.
Wild swinging left hook missed. And Hearns keeping his advantage through this 12th round. Right hand behind the jab landed by Hearns. Final seconds of the 12th. Another solid round for Tommy Hearns as we see it. Angelo Dundee has to be very concerned in the Leonard corner.
You got 9 minutes. You're blowing it now, son. You're blowing it. Okay, put the ice in his back. Keep it there. Keep it there, Ray, baby, right there. Open your mouth wide. Let's go. Ray, you're going to fire. You're not firing. Spit it. Ray, I'll separate the man from the boys now. We're blowing it.
Well, Angelo told it like it is. He said he's blowing it, and he is blowing it. But he also said you have 9 minutes to go, and 9 minutes can be a long time in a fight. As you just saw there, Ray Leonard landed one big right hand, and we know what his punching power can do to Tommy Hearns.
Well, we know what Hearns has in terms of punching power. There's some evidence that swelling under the left eye of Sugar Ray Leonard.
Okay. Speed.
Ray Leonard needs a knockout to win this championship. Hearns ahead on all 3 cards from 4 to 6 points.
And Tim, more importantly, he's very, very confident.